Hey Uriel, came back with you. I'm with my little dogs. Jax is right here. He's kind of hiding behind me, and they're so calm right now. We take them out in the heat. They're done. It's awesome. I love these guys. They're the best. Hey, Mikey? All right. Anyways, let's get serious here. We're talking about probiotics today. And I recently had a question, very simply, Yuri, why do we need probiotics? Well, it's a good question, and I actually, to demonstrate what we're going to be looking for in a probiotic, I've brought over one of my probiotics that I use. The reason we need probiotics is that if you think back to, well, not that you were alive, 10,000 years ago or way back in the kind of ancestral Neanderthal days, when we were young, right? So when our ancestors were young, right? So when they had kids and whatever, they'd be rolling around in the dirt, actually not too dissimilar from our dogs, rolling around in the dirt, getting their noses, in the sand, in the soil, in the earth. And at a very young age, they bring those microorganisms into their body. And those form the basis of the gut bacteria, the gut flora. However, part of the reason that probiotics are so necessary nowadays is because of our excessively clean environments, right? Parents don't allow their kids to play in the sand, get dirty. It's all about these antibacterial washes. Wash now, wash this, don't get dirty, blah, blah, blah. Because we think that getting dirty is going to cause us to get sick, and that's not necessarily the case. So what ends up happening is, we have these excessively clean environments, plus the fact that antibiotics are so overly prescribed and so overly used now. And an antibiotic, just in case you don't know, is the exact opposite pretty much of a probiotic. An antibiotic means anti-life, right? So it's like an A bomb, an atomic bomb in your body. If you've ever taken antibiotics, you've probably gotten into this cycle where you get sick, you go to the doctor, they give you antibiotics. You get better, a couple weeks or a couple months later, you get sick again. You go back, get more antibiotics, and you go through that pattern over and over and over again. And the reason for that is because antibiotics are like an atomic bomb, and they kill all of the bacteria within your body. So all of your gut flora, the good and the bad. What ends up happening though is that the fungus, the molds, the yeast, right, the bad bacteria, they have a tendency to proliferate a little bit quicker when things are out of check, right? So you take antibiotics, then boom, all the bad bacteria start to multiply, and it leads to a condition known as dysbiosis, where you have a huge disparity between the good bacteria and the bad bacteria. So good bacteria are really, really important. Good bacteria being kind of probiotics, if you want to, think of them from a supplemental standpoint, because they help with digestion, they improve your bowel movements, they improve the integrity of the colon, the gut lining. Very, very important, not just for digestive and intestinal health, but more research is showing that they're really important for your overall health, right? Just health in general, very important. So probiotics, I take billions every single day. That's right. I take billions. And what I mean by billions is one of these bad boys, right? So one capsule is, in this case, 11 billion cultures. So I take about 2 to 3 of these a day. So that's about 33 billion cultures of good bacteria that I'm bringing into my system. And this is really important, especially if you're eating a lot of sugar, if you don't have a very good diet. You need to, even if you do have a good diet, you need to get those good bacteria in, because you will notice a huge difference in your digestive health. If you ever get bloating and gas and kind of fatigue after eating, all those signs of kind of indigestion, this will help out a little bit. If you're constipated, they'll help out with your bowel movements as well. You want to look for, I'm just going to read off the list of some of the bacteria you want to look for. Obviously, L. bifidus, Lactobacillus bifidus, Lactobacillus acidophilus. Those are really the two kind of big ones. Lactobacillus helveticus, plantarum, casei, and just all sorts of little, strains from there. But these are natural bacteria, okay? These are naturally occurring bacteria. And there's one thing I do want to mention while we're talking about this, is you've probably seen these yogurt commercials, Activia, all these different Danone challenges, and they're basically promoting, eating their yogurt as a form of getting probiotics into your body. Now, I would recommend if you're going to have yogurt, try to go organic and don't go with the big companies, because I'm going to tell you what they're doing is they're fabricating strains of bacteria that don't exist in nature, and they're putting them in their yogurts because they've patented it, right? So nobody else can have, these strains of bacteria. Think about it. I can't remember which company is which, but basically there's 2 strains of bacteria that I've heard on the commercials. The first one is BL regularis. Does that not sound a little fishy? BL regularis, that's the name of a bacteria, regularis. It's going to help you get regular. Or KCI defensis. It's going to defend off, bad stuff. So these are bacteria that they've patented, they've developed and they've patented, very unnatural, right? So in the body, I'm not too sure if they actually do much good. I don't actually eat that yogurt myself, so I don't really know from first-hand experience. But what I do know is that I would prefer to take in natural bacteria through, I don't eat yogurt, but if I did, it would be organic yogurt. Just keep it plain and that's it. No low fat, none of that, just organic yogurt and that's it, okay? Yogurt, anything fermented like yogurt or tempeh or kefir, which is another type of yogurt, will have natural bacteria in it. Good bacteria, which is okay, which is fine. I prefer just to, crank it in with some good probiotics. And this is like the anti-atomic bomb. So instead of taking, antibiotics, I will pop in probiotics any day. I can't remember the last time I took antibiotics. It must have been when I was 5. But what I do know is working with hundreds of clients in a nutritional setting is that those who have taken antibiotics in the past have a much higher degree of frequent illnesses. Okay, and that's because of that cycle we talked about. So you need to get those probiotics and you need to get a good bacteria into your body to balance things out. Okay? Also, reduce the amount of refined sugars coming in, because refined sugars are going to feed the bad bacteria and the yeast and the mold and all that stuff. So keep it clean, keep it healthy, keep it fresh. And one final note is if you don't want to do probiotic supplementation, you can, again, as I mentioned, you can use an organic yogurts, kefir, which is this is very similar to yogurt as well, but it's not pasteurized. What else? Then you have fermented products like kombucha, tempeh. Miso is not bad, but there's some natural kind of forms of fermented foods that'll be a helpful source of probiotics too. So I know it's been a lengthy video. Thanks for sticking with me. If you need more help with this probiotic stuff, you need more help with the guts and the intestines and the digestive issues, I'd highly recommend using our Total Wellness Cleanse program. I can't even talk today. It's a 30-day total. It's a 30-day cleanse, all natural. We teach you how to eat. We teach you how to cleanse your body through foods and helpful things like probiotics. The website is totalwellnesscleanse.com. Check it out. I highly recommend it. It's awesome. And yeah, that's all for today. And thanks for the question once again. And I'll see you in the next episode.